You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. What sort of leader are you? Part 3. Peter Drucker said, "Management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things." There are 6 leadership styles that Daniel Goleman, the author of Leadership That Gets Results, uncovered in his book. I'm going to go through these because they could be quite useful for us. And each one we'll see what they are and then perhaps what their strengths and work areas are for each style. The first one is the pace-setting leader. This type of leader expects and models excellence and self-direction. If it were summed up in one phrase, it would be, "Do as I do now." It works best when the team is already motivated and skilled, and the leader needs quick results. But if it's used too much, this style can overwhelm team members and squash innovation. Then there's the authoritative leader. It mobilizes the team towards a common vision and focuses on end goals, leaving the means up to each individual. If it was summed up in one phrase, it would be, "Come with me." It works best when the team needs a new vision because circumstances have changed. It's not the best fit when the leader is working with people who seem to know more than him or her. Then there's the affiliative leader. It's the type of leader that works to create emotional bonds that bring a feeling of bonding and belonging to the organization. If we were to sum up this style in one phrase, it would be people come first. Works best in times of stress, when people need healing from trauma, etc. It should not be used exclusively, this style, because sole reliance on praise and nurturing can result in mediocre performances. Then there's the coaching leader, someone who develops people for the future. If it was summed up in one phrase, it would be, "Try this." It works best when the leader wants to help teammates build lasting personal strengths and make them more successful. It is least effective when teammates are defiant and unwilling to change or learn, or if the leader lacks proficiency. Then we have the coercive leader. That's the leader that demands immediate compliance. If we were to sum this up in one phrase, it would be, "Do what I tell you." It can be effective in times of crisis, this type of leadership, and it can also help control a problem teammate when everything else has failed. However, it should be avoided in almost every other case because it can alienate people and stifle flexibility and inventiveness. The 6th style is the democratic leader. A leader like this builds consensus through participation. If the style was summed up in one phrase, it would be, "What do you think?" It's most effective when the leader needs the team to buy into or have ownership of a decision or a plan or a goal. It's not the best choice in an emergency situation when time is of the essence or when teammates are not informed enough to offer sufficient guidance to the leader. Personally, I think I would lean towards a blend of about 3 of them, and most of us would have 1 or 2 or 3 of these 6 types that would blend together. And my suggestion would be that we view these leadership styles as sort of like hats or different garments even that we wear that suit the circumstances that we're facing. For example, I know that when COVID, the pandemic, came suddenly actually to us, that many church leaders had to make sudden decisions that they weren't comfortable with because of the time frame. And so immediate decisions needed to be made on how are we going to do church now? Do we stream live online, which many did? How do we do this? And so many adopted a coercive style of leadership in order to get decisions made and the job done. And this probably ruffled a few feathers here and there. And so there was a required reaction the other way to become more affiliative and more healing and more bonding in order to rebuild trust. God bless you.